You know, one thing about relationships and when they end, I've never blamed the female for why their relationship had ended. I would either blame myself or I would blame God. Or I would blame myself and God because obviously the relationship ending, it's obviously a lesson that you got to learn in there. It's obviously growth, right? That you got to develop. There's something that you was in a relationship to learn. So I never looked at the female and say, oh, it's their fault or they did this or they did that. I just looked at God like, why this didn't work out. Because, God knows your heart. And I would say my mother knows my heart, right? And for the relationships to go the way that they went, it's just a lesson that, I needed to learn. It's just more growth that I needed to, develop. I couldn't sit there and blame the female. So I blame myself and I blame God. Myself because I let myself get involved and build feelings for somebody that I ultimately knew in the beginning it wasn't going to lead up to a happy ending. So while I was entertaining the relationship, I couldn't be mad at myself for why it ended. But the crazy thing is that, right, when it ends unexpectedly. It don't end where you say, all right, we're going to be together for 6 months and then it's going to start going bad. And then for the next 3 to 4 months, we're going to be going against each other and figuring out how we're going to leave each other or how the relationship is going to end. Like, that's not how it goes, right? You get into a relationship, you learn about yourself, you learn about that person, which in turns teach you more about that sex, right? The opposite version of yourself. It teaches you about children. It teaches you about reality. It teaches you about life, right? And how to handle situations and how to handle yourself in situations and how to become more mature, how to become more stable, how to become more of a man or more of a woman in the sense of understanding how to forecast, right? Because the next girl that I end up with, I'm going to be able to forecast their feelings. I'm going to be able to forecast, their emotions and the things that's going on, the chemical imbalances, right? The things that she don't know about her own body. I'm going to be able to help her with that. I'm going to be able to provide a stable, equal opposite to her, right? I'll be a stabilizer